In this video, we're going to show you the three ways that you can create a prospect within your account. So let's start off with an overarching question of what is a prospect and how is it different from an event? A prospect is similar to an event in that you are creating an event record, you are putting in all the pertinent information about that event, but it's in a prospect status, so it does not yet appear on your events page as a booked or pending event. So this allows you to keep prospects in one area, those that are inquiring about your services that you're talking to, sending more information to, or having a conversation with, or meeting with, those can go in as prospects and they can stay in there until the prospect decides that they actually want to go ahead and book with you. And at that point, you can update the status and move them over to an actual booked event. So for a prospect, you have some advantages of creating a prospect record. Number one is you can collect all that pertinent information about the event and the client and start to build out that record. So that way you can send them price quotes and you can generate all the details about the event. The second advantage is you can set up the event portal for the prospect at that point. So if you want them to be able to log into your event portal to check out your planning forms, timelines, music request system, you can even set up the portal for them so that when they're ready to book with you, they can go into the portal and pay their deposit. So that's a second advantage. The third advantage to setting up a prospect record is that once you do that, you can then begin to send them automated emails and text messages. So if you build out a marketing funnel with a sequence of marketing emails and or text messages, that can be set up and those will fire off automatically based on when that prospect was put into the system. So now that we've taken a look at that, what a prospect is, let's go ahead and look at the three ways that you can actually set up a prospect record. The first method is to simply type everything by hand. If you log into your account and go to the prospects page, click the plus icon in the upper right corner, you'll be taken to the screen where you can create a new prospect and you can hand type all the information. So if you're speaking with a client or a prospective client by phone or email, you can type in that information and begin to build out that event record. Once that's set up, you can come back in and you can edit any of that information. Again, you can set up the event portal. You can schedule them to receive automated emails and texts. You can put in financial information if you've sent them a quote. All that information can come in here on the event record. So that's the first method. The second method is when you receive an email through any of your web forms, such as the availability checker, the contact form, or the quote generator, the instant quote system, there will be a link within those emails to create a prospect or an event simply by clicking on that link. So if you receive an email like this, which came in through the availability checker, you'll notice we have all of the information that the prospective client typed into the form, but there's no reason to retype or hand type any of that information. All you have to do here is click on this create prospect link and the system will, of course, log you in first if you're not logged in. But once you're logged in, it'll go ahead and automatically bring in all the information that the prospective client typed into the form into a new prospect record. So that is method number two. And again, just as before, once that baseline information is in there, you can come in and begin editing any of this information as you speak with that prospect and gather more details about their event. The third method for creating a prospect is to go to your received web forms. And this page lists anything that's been received through any of your web forms. So again, availability checker, contact form, instant quote, message form, anything like that's going to flow into this page. And this is an inbox, so to speak, of all those web forms that you've received through your website. So we're going to look at that same inquiry that we just looked at moments ago that came in through email. But this time we're going to go ahead and look at it right in here. And you'll see we have that availability checker is submitted by Jane Smith. We have all the information that she typed into the form. But we're going to do something a little different here. So this time, what we're going to do is you'll notice there is a calendar plus icon here. And when we click on it, we have the option to create event or create prospect. And again, because this video is about creating prospects, we're going to go ahead and click on create prospect. And you'll see it has carried all that information over again from that availability form that was received from the prospective client. It is now in here as a prospect. And once again, now that they're a prospect, not only can we add all of the pertinent details and information about the client and the event, but we can also set up the event portal if they want to take a look at that. And it will also put them into the system to be able to receive any automated and emails and texts that you have set up that are set to go out to prospects. We'll cover that in a different video, but if you're setting up a marketing funnel where you want all your prospects to receive a sequence of automated emails and texts introducing them to your service, this is the first step, is creating that prospect record. Now, we're going to end here, but just as an aside, let's say you're working with that prospect and they're ready to book with you, and you want to transfer this prospect to become an actual event. That process is extremely simple. All you're going to do is come in here under the event details. You're going to edit the status. So instead of a prospect, it could be any of these other statuses. A pending would mean they want to book with you. They've initiated that process, but you're just waiting for that contract to come back. Or booked, meaning you've actually received the contract and the deposit payment, and they are officially on the books. But either way, let's say Jane Smith here says, everything sounds great. We want to go ahead and book with you. We're going to move her over to a pending status and click save. And now when we go to our events tab, you'll notice that Jane Smith is listed here as a pending event, and back on the prospects tab, now she's gone.